everyone's a Republican until they've been mugged. That's an old saying that I used to hear. The interesting thing, that one was one that was based on the idea that the Republicans cared about police. And it's one of those things like in 1984 where you don't know who your enemy is anymore. World War II, it was the Germans. And now that we're changing to World War III, it's probably England and France. The one thing we do have in common is that we're still with Russia. Funny how shortly after World War II, Stalin wasn't such an acceptable guy anymore. Siete? Interesting thing I find is that, okay, they keep trying to explain this. They say it and it never sounds right, but the first time I heard it, I understood it. They've got free raffle tickets. You don't even have to pay for a raffle ticket. I'll pay $10 for a raffle ticket if I think I can win an AR-15. No, on the way into the RNC, they're just giving them away. The raffle tickets. So you don't even have to pay for it, evidently. And you can walk out with an AR-15. But what good is it? It takes me back to World War II and even to the Great Depression and the Great War. Before that, when I hear this, I think, why is it they're going to give them an AR-15 if they're not going to give them rounds? And coming back from Iraq, I was part of the VFW, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, and this is the interesting thing, is because this is going to explain to you why it is I'm so upset that poor guy's doing what he's doing right now. Because I had ideas for things, only I was waiting until I could find a way to put them together where we could care about each other. I wasn't so quick to run in and just try to screw everything up. I was a World War veteran, not like a World War I or World War II, but I was in a war in the world with many different countries involved, and we did what we did, and I walked out, walk-on part in the war, and I got out of there. And then I got out of the military, did my war, did my 4, got the hell out. That's why I'm afraid to wear the American flag anymore, because who knows what the American flag means anymore when people are stealing it and hanging it upside down and doing. It's like watching The Last Detail with that damn Randy Quaid, big dumb guy doing naval signals, getting ready to run through the forest, and Jack Nicholson looks at the dude with him and says, "Oh!" and they chase him down, beat the fuck out of him. It's the idea. We don't know what the flag means anymore. However, I said I wanted to do things in a way that would make things right. And I didn't want to be too eager this time. Siete. And, Siete, he comes to us. Yeah. I also felt like we should be able to have grenades, but I didn't know how to work that into the situation, so I was waiting for the right time. I'm like, if we're talking about fighting a government and they've got AK-47s or M16A2s, which we had at the time, and we've got just a 22 single bolt action. You know, how are you supposed to fight them? I'm like, we should at least be able to have grenades too. But I never pushed it because I knew that the average person shouldn't be walking down the street with a grenade. And it was proven to me when I would walk with the World War II veterans. Never walked with a World War I vet. Those guys were all dead. But through town on Memorial Day, Veterans Day, I'd be in the VFW hall, and I would walk with these World War II vets and the Vietnam vets and the Korean War vets, and I watch how they're aging in their own way and watching myself grow into my own VFW hat. And the first time they gave me a rifle, I think it was an M1 Garland, and I looked at him and I said, do I get any rounds? And they looked and they said, you're not getting any rounds. And I was like, oh. They let me walk through Gaylord with a rifle leading this charge because I was special. I was a new hire in the VFW. I was just back from Iraq recently, and I was out and I was part of the VFW officially. And I was to be somebody that would come up and be a leader, but I'm not a leader. I'm just a guy that likes to watch. I like to watch. Oh. And so after I walked through town with a rifle, I went to see my father's father, my grandpa, down up on the farm. And I went and I said, Grandpa, they gave me a rifle and they let me walk through Main Street. He said, did they give you any bullets? And I was like, I know. Not like father, like son, so quickly. It traversed generations. And he felt the same way I did. But the truth is, the World War II guys that fought for our freedom, they act like, you know, they're the only ones that fucking matter. I mean, if you talk to your brother nowadays and he didn't go to war, or if you talk to one of these people that was in the military but didn't go to war, they all feel like a red-headed stepchild. They act like they should be being beaten, but they're trying to take the beating out on you. And the truth is, I wasn't wrong when I said it was too soon to start a civil war. This is why I've been waiting. Even the people, and this is what it amounts to, the people that go to war to maybe not protect, but at least support our freedom, they don't want somebody walking down the fucking street with a loaded rifle. That's how you get your candidate shot.